This
anybody having
conference will now be recorded.
any problem, that means if my voice is not audible or you are not able to understand anything, please let me know, okay? So that I can repeat once again. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah. Let me start the sessions. Before I start, so let me know what is Excel. What is an Excel? We are going to learn
Excel
an Excel. Yes,
Excel
tell me,
is a
ma'am.
spreadsheet program from Microsoft Office, ma'am.
Very good. Now, why it is called as a spreadsheet software?
It enables us to organize our daily activities or whatever the things we want it to be organized in one all content.
Good. Okay, so Excel is a spreadsheet program. Yes, it has been developed by the Microsoft. And why it is called a spreadsheet? Because it organizes all our data into a columns and rows. Okay, and with this, where we can use all kind of the functions. So, which means functions means formulas. Whatever the formulas we need, might be the mathematical function, logicals, or text functions, anything we want to do, we will be using here in our Excel, right? So Excel is a spreadsheet program which is developed by the Microsoft, which organize data into columns and rows. Now, what is column? So anything which identifies with a characters, that is text A, B, C, D. So vertically, whatever we have is called as column, and horizontal, that is the series A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which represents a rows, right? So we have rows and columns. Okay. So in this Excel, what and all we can do? We can make a data entry. This data entry is used for data managing, analyzing, budgeting. If I want to do any visuals, graphs, charts, anything I would like to do, yes, I can do. So all type of works is done most of the times through this spreadsheet software. Okay. Now, before I continue this, let me first show you. So you all know how to open an Excel, but still let me show you. You can go for the start button. Start button. From the start, you will have a Excel, Microsoft Excel. You can directly click on this. If not, if you're not with this, at least you can go with the search, type it as Excel, type it as Excel, you will get an Excel software, click on this and open. Both are the same method, that is from the start. So Windows start button, you will be getting the pinned application. If you want to see all the applications in an alphabetic order, it will be arranged. So you can go for Excel, which is from E, right? From E, we will go for Excel, select this, it will open. This is how your Excel will open. Later on, I'll explain you these categories. Then, another one is instead of going to start button, I can directly search in an search box also. I can search in search box also by giving us Excel. So I click here, type here as an Excel, my Excel opens. So previously which I have created, I have the notes for this, and this is where I can choose which I want to work with it. Second point. Third one, I can right click on the desktop. I can right click on the desktop, go to the option new, you will get an option here as Microsoft Excel worksheet. Microsoft Excel worksheet. So you click on this. So if you want to give a name, you can give a name. Okay. So after giving a name, you just need to double click or and enter, or you press enter, it will open. Okay. So I just gave here double click. That's all. See here, I'll just double click here and I'll open this. So my file will open. Okay. So the next third method is open a run comment. Run comment. For opening a run command, the shortcut key combination which you can use is Windows logo, that is Windows plus R, run. Type it as an Excel and press enter or click on OK. Again, the same thing, your Excel file will open. Right? Your Excel file will open. Okay. Any doubts so far? Anybody?
No, ma'am.
So let's go here. So see, as soon as I open an Excel, this is how I'll be getting. Okay, so this is my blank workbook. So we have a two concept here again. So first one, we came to know what is Excel is. So Excel is a spreadsheet software. Okay, so we call this as spreadsheet software. You can say it as software, you can say it as program, anything is fine. So Excel software. And next one, so what did we see? How to open a Excel. We have seen this. How to open an Excel. Done. And then next one here, what I have here is I have this blank workbook. Now we have to understand what is workbook means and what does worksheet means. Right? So now see, this is my blank workbook, and other than this, I have the few files which is having a names. So loan amortization, personal monthly budget, welcome to Excel, drop downs, like this too many files I have. So this is where in the blank file, I will be creating my data entry. I will be updating my data entry. But other than that, let me click on this file tab. Other than that, I also have few options. These are the predefined template files, which means based on some topic, so based on some information, there are some calculations is predefined. If you want to work on it, you can edit and use. If not, you can just check, copy the format, decide it, or change the field headings, whatever you want. See, these are the things which I have. I also have one more option here as more template files. I'll click on this more template. Now see, as soon as I click, I get here a suggestion for my search list. So business details, personals, planners and trackers list, budget, chart and calendar. This is what I have. So which I want to use, that I can go for it and I can select it. Suppose I want a invoice creation, I can click on this. Suppose I get a salary, based on that I want to decide my household expenses, how much I'm giving. So you just need to click on this. Now see your projected balance, how much of actual balance, what is the difference. So how much was you have projected, actually how much did you spend. So what is your total expenses from the income and from the expenses, you can decide here. Okay, let me show you with the other example. I'll close this. I'll again go for this file tab. We'll go for this more template files. Now let me go on to some other things. Excuse me. So let me go for list. Okay. So from this planning and crackers, where we'll go, we'll choose something. Wait, business. Okay, I'll go for this invoice itself. So this is my invoice format, sample format. So I can give the company's name. See here, company name. So I just need to edit whatever the company's name I'm going to raise an invoice. I'll give the company's name here, saying that as NICT computer. Okay, I've given us NICT computer. Whatever the name you would like to give, you can give. You can give the street address, whatever you want to give. Anything you would like to give, you can give from here. Okay, street address, your city code, phone numbers, and this is the invoice number. Every time I have to change it. So what I can do is I just keep on changing here. So 2020, 2034. Next bell is 2035. I'll change this. Okay, 3 5, I'll change this date when I'm issuing. So this is what I'm giving. Service charges 2000, one unit 200 rupees. For so number of hours per 5 hours, for 5 hours at rupees 75 rupees per dollar. Say in case if I change this to $80, $80 now I'm changing here. Here also I'll change to 80. Now see, automatically the calculation will happen. If I want to add some other field, I can type here, so even my bill will get. So I can just take this printout and give it to my customers. Okay, so this is how a predefined template files we can use. Or in case if I want to design myself, yes, we can design this also. So I'm just showing you what are the options we have in this. So you can see to this. In case if you want, you can try this. Let me go back. So see, recently whichever the template files I'll be opening here, that is listed here. And then here comes my workbook. Blank workbook is nothing but where I am going to do my data entry. Okay, where I'm going to do my data entry. And here, these are my other files. These are my other files. Okay, other files which I have created it or I have used it. Okay, I would have already created. I'll open this file which I'm using recently, whichever I have used. So 2 hours before, 6 hours before, yesterday, before day before yesterday, or date, any things you have, you will be getting here, right? And might be I may require few files on the top of the list itself instead of scrolling and checking. See, when I go for the spin, I have a cash flow. I'll unpin this. Now I don't have anything, but still whenever I want to check, I want this data joins to be on the first point. So I can click on the spin button. You can click on the spin button, so it will come on the first list. Okay. Still, if it is not in a first list, you can go for the spinned option. You can see here. So the recent files, other than recent files, whichever I may use it again and again, I can put those things onto the top list, so that that is pinned list. Though I'm not using, I can refer from there. Say example, I have this Amazon Prime's data entries, so I can right click on this and I can click on this pin to list also. Or you get this pin option. Let me close this. Sorry, you can go for this pin option. Just click on this pin option, you will get it over there. If not, right click on the file option, go for the spin to list. Both the methods you can try. So now when I go for the spin to list, whatever I have pinned, I can see from here, right? I have a blank files, I have a template files. So more template files will give me based on a search report. If you want to search based on something, you can try over here and check for it. Other than this, I also have here a recent files, recent Excel files which I have opened it. Okay, so this is are all the recent files which I have searched. If I want to go and check more workbook, I can go for this more workbook. You can see here more workbook. I can click on this. It will give me all the list of other files whichever I would have used. I can check from this and I can select it. If not, I can go for my pinned application also. See the pinned one here, it's a pinned on the top you have, and today's files, yesterday's files, last week, before that week, older than that, all these things are being given here as list. Clear? Clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If anybody has a question, you can ask me. Good. Thank you. Let's
Ma'am,
proceed then.
I have a
Now,
question.
I said that, tell me,
Ma'am, actually,
ask
I
me now.
have Microsoft Excel 2007. Is that, I mean, that
Okay.
software can I use for this?
Yes, you can use, no problem. Might be
Yeah, that.
the screen structure might be a change, lot of changes you can see, but the options, most of them will be common.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, try to update it. If not, you want to go ahead with this, yes, you can go. Any others has a doubt? Fine, then let's proceed. Okay, so here I said you that there are two concepts which we have to discuss about workbook and worksheet. Okay, so let me open some of the files so that I can explain you, or just ignore. We'll just go for this itself. So this is my blank document. This is my blank document. Whenever you will open an Excel file, right? Whenever we are opening an Excel file, by default, the name for your Excel file will be given as book 1 until I save it. So I opened this file from the run command. So whenever I open it, it saves me as book 1. If I have to open another one, I can go for this. I'll click on this new, again new blank book. So book 2, book 3, book 4, like this you will be getting. I have already opened 3, 4 times to show you how to open it, and I've closed it. So this time I'm getting book 4. Now you can see here, there are two files, book 1 and book 4. Or let me see, I'll just close this completely. I've done everything. I'll just directly go for this, and sorry, we will open Windows R. I'll type here as an Excel, enter. Now black workbook. Now what I'm getting, book 1. I'll open another file, new black workbook, see book 2. So the default file name whenever you open an Excel, right? Whenever we open an Excel, and before we save, default file name before you save, right? Before saving Excel. So you will have it as book 1. Book 1. So before we are saving this. Okay. Now, how many sheets we have here? See here, I have only one sheet available here. Only one sheet. Okay. So this one sheet is called as worksheet. I click on plus here, another sheet opens. So sheet 2 is my worksheet. I click on plus here, sheet 3 is my worksheet. So individually sheet 1 is a worksheet, sheet 2 is a worksheet, sheet 3 is a worksheet. Together 1, 2, 3, all the three sheets we call it as workbook. I'm closing this book 2. Okay, I have a sheet 1, and then if I click on this plus, I get a sheet 2. Individual sheets we call it as worksheet, together we call it as workbook, right? So here worksheet, when I say about worksheet, it is sheet 1. Only sheet 1 is a worksheet. Then sheet 2 is a worksheet, like this individually. Okay, but when I come to this workbook, whatever the sheet you have, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, any number of sheets you have, all together we call it as, okay, all together we call it as workbook. Okay, together we call it as workbook. Okay. And then here we also saw that default, like whenever you open an Excel, you will find only one file, only one sheet will be available. Only one sheet will be available. In case if I have to open the other files, I have to click on the plus mark. You have to click on the plus mark which you have in order to insert the sheets. You can say it as insert, you can say it as add, anything is fine. To insert the sheet, I'll click on that plus mark. Okay, clicking on plus mark is also fine. But is there any shortcut key? In that case, yes, we do have. The shortcut key to insert a sheet or to add a sheet. You can say it as insert, or you can also say it as add sheets. To add this, if you want to use a shortcut key, the shortcut key is Shift plus F11. Shift F11 is the shortcut key. Now see here, I'll click on this plus. The sheet is been added. Now instead of clicking on plus, I'll use a shortcut key combination. I'll hold a shift and then F11, F11. And see if you people are trying using a laptop. Okay, if you are trying in a laptop in order to insert this, might be directly shift F11 will not work. Okay, in a laptop directly if you press shift F11 will not work. Along with this you also press shift plus you have the function key. See it as function key you will have. This is just an alternative in order to make this function key work. I want this F11 key combination function, whatever it is there, that function has to work. So in order to that, I'm taking the help of the another function key combination Fn. Okay, so you have to press F shift Fn, that is function with F11, only then this combination will work. Whenever you are trying any function key such as F1, F2, F3, any function key when you are trying, make sure that if it is not working, hold a function key along with this shift function key and then press F1, F2, F3, whatever the key combination you want, those keys you can press. Understood? So now see here, the sheets have been added. I again press function shift F11 once, F11 twice. Now see sheet 6 and sheet 7 is been added. Is it fine to everyone? Okay. Can anyone say any doubts if you have?
Ma'am, can you explain the shortcut once again? I couldn't catch up.
Are you trying along with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hold a shift key. See, you just need to try like this. Hold a shift key and then press F11. See, directly it will support. In case shift F11, this shift F11 if it is not supporting, you will have another key as function, a function key. Hold all these three key. First hold a shift and then hold a function, then press F11. Okay, then the sheets will be added. See here, I have a sheets here, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 6, 7, all these things are getting added. In order to add this we will be using this. Okay, so sheets will be added. Next thing what I have here default name. I've already told you is a book 1. Now we have here something called as few options. I have on the top left corner, on the top left corner you have certain few options. So see, you will have by default only three options: save, undo and redo. Okay, so this top left corner, on the top left corner what you see, the option. Okay, these options are called as quick access toolbar. Okay, it is called as quick access toolbar. If you just place your cursor on that, it will show you as quick access toolbar. Let me show you once. Now see, I'll just click go here. Can you see here save undo? But when I go here, see customize the quick access toolbar. I'll again show you customize the quick access toolbar. So that means whichever the option that I will be using or I might use frequently, those options I have to go to any of the places wherever I particularly find those options, that comment in those options only I have to go and click on that. But without going and searching in every tabs, okay, in every tabs, instead of searching here I can add those options here itself. Might be say example, I want to type here. Okay, I want to type here and these two cells I want to use it as one cell. Okay, so or I will type here as some characters I'll type. Okay, just randomly I'm typing. Now, this one I want to arrange in an alphabetic order. Alphabetic order A to Z. I have to go to this data. I have an option here A to Z. That is, I'll click on the C. It has been changed. I want to change to Z to A. I'll click on this. So Z to A is also been changed. Okay, Z to A is also been changed. Let me show you again. Now instead of coming here to data tab and clicking on this, what I can do, I'll right click on the particular option which I need to add it to my quickly accessing toolbar, so that I don't have to go here and there search. Just click on the top left corner where I have added, and I can utilize it. So what I'm going to do here, right click, add to quick access toolbar. So now see, you can see this sort button is been added. Now what I'll do, I'll come to home tab again. So I'm not doing anywhere. I'm not going to select any options. Just type few random letters. So then we will arrange them in a alphabetic order. I'll select this, right? I'll select this. Now I'll go for this sort. As soon as I click on sort, see, it asks me whether you want to do in A to Z or Z to A. Okay, so whichever option, A to Z is fine for me. I'll click on OK. See, A to Z is been arranged. So like this we can sort it. So whichever option that I use frequently or I may require to use it, so in that case I can keep adding those options to my quick access toolbar. At present I only added a sorting option. So let me show you the other few options also. Excuse me. I'll go to insert tab. Insert tab. I may require a pivot table. I'll right click on this, add to quick access toolbar. So it has been added. You can see here. Okay, pivot table has been added. I'll go to this view tab. Okay, after going to view tab, I may use this freezing the pin. So I'll right click on this, add to quick access toolbar. So like this, whichever the option you want to add it, you can add it. But before you add, you only have three options. One is save, undo, and redo. Save, undo, and redo. These are the options you have. Any doubts, girls, in this? Okay, now let me go here. Now, see, I said by default we have a three options. So what I'm going to do here is I'll give you a shortcut key, save. So for save, the shortcut key is Control S. Control S. So now see, this is my book one. I have not yet done anything, right? I have not yet done anything, just a general working we are doing. So I'll rename this file name as, see, I just right click on the file, go for the rename, just a general working, or I can say this as an introduction class. As an introduction class I'll give it. So this is done. So file, this is only a sheet name, but I didn't save my file name. Let me click on the save button. So it is asking me to save. If not, I can use a shortcut key, Control S. Control S. See, again I'm getting the same option. I'll save this on a desktop. I'll go for more options. This PC, let me put it on a desktop. I'll give you a RAS, MCC, Excel online. Done. And I'll save this. So see, now as soon as I give a file name MCC Excel online, this is what I'm getting here. So to save the file, we have as Control S. The next one is suppose. Say example, I have typed something. Have uh, a nice day. Like this I'm typing. So here nice, I don't want have a nice day, I want to give it as great day. So or might be I made I want to type here as great. Have a great day I typed. So no, now at present I don't want great also, I want nice itself. So previously what I have typed, the same thing I want to bring it. So to go back to for your previous line, previous method what you have typed, you can use Control Z. Control Z. See, nice you are getting. Again I press Control Z. Before nice I have typed here day. Again I press Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. See, that as many times I'm going, it will go for my previous step, previous task, whatever I press, step by step for the previous level, it will go. So now I want only have a great day. Instead of have a great day, I need have a nice day, which I have typed. But unfortunately I removed everything and I have to bring those things back to normal. So now what I'll do? Control Y once, again control Y, again control Y, again control Y, again control Y. Now see, great. Now again I press control Z, it will become nice. So for previous one to go back for the previous action, what you performed, for that you will use control Z. Okay, control Z. So this is called as undo. Undo. That is for what? For your previous action. Previous action or the previous thing what you have typed to go for that. Now, but when I go for previous action 3 4 times, I want to repeat those action. So I will use here redo. For redo, the shortcut key which we will be using is Control plus Y. So it is called as repeat action which you have removed it. Repeat the action, okay, but might which you might have removed it. So in that case, you will be using this Control Z. So these are the three options you have. Okay, and I said that in case if you have to add any options to your quick access toolbar, any options in order to add for your quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar, what you will do, you just need to go to any options which you require, right? Go to any options which you may require or which you may use frequently. Go to that option, you just press a right click on it. Okay, as soon as you press a right click, it will ask you an option, so just click on this or select the option add to quick access toolbar. Okay, I have added. Now in case after adding I may not require those options, I need to remove it. So already we have a certain options here. So sort, pivot table, freezing pane, this is what we have added. Now I don't want to use this, I just need to remove it. To remove this, you don't have to go for that particular option and all and select it. Okay, so you just need to go to the option which has been already added. From the options which is already added to your quick access toolbar, right click on that, you will find an option remove from quick access toolbar. Click on it, it will get removed. It will get removed. Now see, let me do once again. I'll right click on this. You can find an option here, remove from quick access toolbar. Done. Right? Again I do right click, remove from quick access toolbar. So in order to remove any option, okay, any option which you have added, okay, which you have added to quick access toolbar. So for this, what you will do, from the selected option, from the added option, from the quick access toolbar, okay, added option in your quick access toolbar, you have to just press right click. So after pressing a right click, what you will do, you will click on a option or you have to select an option, remove from quick access toolbar. Just need to press this, automatically your options which was been added to quick access toolbar, it will get removed. Right. So then after this, in on a right corner, on the right top corner, we have few options, right? This is my user login, who is using the Microsoft by signing in. So I have signed in with my login ID, so my name shows me here. And then I have here option as to display and collapse the ribbons. So I'll tell you this, what is ribbons. First of all, this file, home, insert, page layout, formulas, all these options, buttons, what you have is called as tabs, right? We call this as tab. we have an option here as file, you have an option as home, right? Individually we have options. Individually we have an option file, home, and what it is, sorry, home, insert, and what else, page layout. So whatever the option which we are finding here, all these options are called as tabs. All these options are called as tabs. And below this, below file, you have a certain options here, right? And under home, you have a certain option. Under insert, you have an option. Can you see this? Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Now see here, I have an option file, home, insert. These are called as tabs. Yes. And below this tabs like page layout, formulas, data, review, whichever the option you are seeing, whichever the option you are seeing, all these options together, we call it as ribbons. This is ribbons. Okay, so home tab, below that you have a ribbons. Insert, you have a ribbons. Page layout, you have a ribbons. So we call it as ribbons. Set of all the option below each tab. Okay, all the options which you have under this tab, right? Under the tab, you call it as ribbons. Okay, then next one. Now here, when I say as ribbons, all these are ribbons, but can you see here, there is a set of option is given and a partition is been given. That means a line is been given to separate this. Again, few option is been given and there is one more separator line. Here you have one more separator. Here, see a small separator and a whole separator you have here also. So every option is having one line as a separator. Okay, so this, make it bold, I want to make it italic, underline, whatever I want to do. Font size I want to increase, font size I want to decrease, anything I want to do I can change this. So all these are related to font. This is to align this into left side, right side, middle, top, whichever you want to do, so to align this. So like this, each and every things, every options are being grouped. Okay, so ribbons what you have seeing here are being grouped. So why it is being grouped? Based on a purpose, based on purpose of use. Okay, so which means all the related set of function, related set of functions are put into one set of place. Okay, then after this, can you see here in all these related functions, you have one drop down option, this arrow key. Can you see this? There is one drop down option. Okay, so this drop down option, that arrow symbol you have, right? A down arrow key. So this okay, a drop down option, drop down option in group. called as dialog launcher. Okay, you can okay, say it as dialog launcher, or you can also call this as launch button. Okay, you can also call this as launch button. Why this launch button is used? So look here, I just need to click on this drop down option. So any related option I want to change it, so I can select it from here also, or I want to make some other changes, I can make the other settings. Other than this, few options generally available. I may have Excel might be, if in case I want to use it, I can use those options. So this kind of options will be given under this. Okay, so that is your drop down option. Is it clear with this? Any doubts if you have, you can please tell me.
Ma'am, can you explain it again, ma'am? I had a network issue.
Okay, fine. I repeat at the last time. So this is a quick access tool. By default, you will have save, undo and redo option. If you would like to add any option, just go to that particular option, add to quick access toolbar, whichever the option you would like to add, whichever the tab you want to go, you can add it. If in case to remove, right click, remove from quick access toolbar you give, it will get removed. Okay, and here by default the title name will be book 1. After you give a name, that means once you save you will get a file name. Then you have here file, home, insert, page layout. All this individually we call it as tabs. Okay, home tab, insert tab, page layout tab, formula tab, data tab. These are the tabs. And under each and every tab, you have a set of options, and all these options together we call it as ribbons. And these ribbons, based on the usage or the purposes, they have given here a partition line and grouped under one set of options, that is related option, which we can use it. Okay, this has been given, and this is your dialog launcher, or you can say it as launch button. The other set of options which we may not use are being given here under this. Okay, whichever you want to use, you can try from this. Okay, then we'll go for this right corner. As I said, we have, this is the username, and I said this ribbons, right? Ribbons. So I have explained you this. In order to display the ribbons or close the ribbons, so show the tabs only ribbons you want to hide, you can do. Okay, auto hide the ribbons you want to do, you can hide it. Again, you want to show, so auto hide the ribbons you want to do it, you can do it. Now what I will do, I'll just click on this in order to bring this. Now again I go here, show tabs and comments I'll give. So tabs and comments have been received here, right? Now we have here minimize, maximize and close. We have a three set of options: minimize, maximize and close. We'll go for this. Minimize, maximize and then close. Now, for minimizing, I may give you a different methods of shortcut keys. So whichever you feel like using or which it is convenient for you, you can use that. So the first key combination to minimize, see obviously you will be knowing this, minimize. Again click on this, maximize, this you will be knowing. But I will be saying you with this key combination, that is shortcut key. To minimize, the shortcut key here is Windows M. Windows M. Again to maximize, Windows Shift M. Let me put it out here so that you can make a note of this. To minimize, I'm using a shortcut key here as Windows logo you have, right? Windows logo that is on your keyboard. So Windows plus, so no need to press plus. While writing, we will be writing with the plus combination. So you have to press Windows M, right? At the same time, to maximize. To maximize, you have to use a key combination Windows Shift M. Windows Shift M will be the key combination which is used for maximize. I again do this. See, I'll just do here Windows M to minimize, Windows Shift M to maximize, Windows M and Windows Shift M to maximize. Next one is I use the same Windows logo, but instead of using M, I press Windows down arrow key in order to minimize, Windows up arrow key in order to maximize. Let me go here. I'll give you the key combination here. You can make a note of this. So it is Windows plus, that is Windows down arrow key. Okay, Windows down arrow key for minimize. Okay, then again the same thing, in order to maximize, you can use here Windows up arrow key. Windows up arrow key. Okay, let me give you another key combination also. So instead I can use Windows D. Windows D for minimize and the same Windows D for maximize also. Okay, so it is Windows D. Windows D to minimize, and we will use the same key combination to maximize also. So these are the keys which you can use it for minimize and maximize. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we'll go for the next one. We have here close. So for close, if I directly click on this close, since I was typing, it is asking me to save. I'll save and close. Again, if I want to open, I'll double click on this file and I'll open this. So I'll show you again two methods of here, two different purpose of closing the file. Now I'll open this. Now see, I have an option. I have an option here. This is my work area, right? This is my work area. This work area only I want to close it. I don't have to close a complete Excel file, but only my work area I would like to close. In that case, you can press Control W. Control W to close window. We say it as close window. Okay, to close window, what you have to use? You have to use a key combination Control W. If I have to close the entire file, so close file. Okay, that is Excel itself. I would like to close it. Then I'll use a key combination Alt F4. Let me show you this. So this is, I'll press Alt F4, and I told you that whenever you are using a function keys F1, F2, F3, any of this F1 to F12, you will be using function key in order to type here, right? I've used this Alt F4 to close. Again, I double click and open this file. Done. Okay, and next one. So I already told you this also, but let me repeat this once again. And this one, the alphabets which is representing are the heading, and even the numbers which is representing is also the headings. But what it is representing, A, B, C, D, all these alphabets which is given vertically. So it is given, the alphabets are horizontal, but it represents a complete vertical line, that means a column. Okay, so what we have here, anything which is represented, so we are going to see what is row and what is column. Okay, what is row and what is column? So column is been represented with alphabets A, B, C. Okay, so like this alphabets, it is been represented, it is given vertically, it will represent vertically. And then you have the other option here, rows. Rows are represented with the series, that is a numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, and this is horizontal. Okay, horizontal. Horizontally it will be represented. So this horizontally whatever you have, it has been given here. right? And then if it is representing this rows and columns horizontally and vertically, how many total number of columns I have? So columns, it starts with A. The first one is A. First one is A, and the last alphabet which is given here is X, F, and T. Let me show you first. So this is my first one A. I'll press here to go to the last one. Let me click here, Control Shift, and see the last one which is XFT. You will be having a combination of keys. You will be having a combination of keys which will be representing A to Z and Z to E. See, first it starts with one individual alphabets 1 to Z, 1 to Z, that is A to Z, and A combination you will have B combination, Z combination, 2 characters, 3 characters combination it will start, and the last character that it ends, the last column which ends is XFD. So if it is XFD is the last one, then how many total columns you have? So the total number of columns which we have here is 16,384. 16,384 columns you have. Then let's see about this rows. So row it starts with 1, series 1, right? We have a series which is starting with 1, and the last one ends, okay, ends, or the last one, whatever you want to say, let me put it as last itself. The last row what you have is 1048576. 1048576, that is 1,48,576, which means 1 to this many series if you have, that means the total is also the same thing. Total number of rows what you have is also, it is same thing, 1048576. Let me show you this on a Excel. Now see here, I've shown you the columns. Let me go for this. I'll go for this options. Okay, I'll just come here and now see here what you have. The last cell is 1048576. Excuse me. Okay, the last row is this one. Okay, so column and then row. Column represents the alphabets, are identified with the alphabets. Rows are identified with the numbers. Okay, and I'm sorry, here I said that we can use this many things, and I also gave you a shortcut key in order to insert a sheets. But let me ask you this, if anyone can answer me, how many sheets we can add? If I can add the number of sheets, that is, I can add sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 like this, how many sheets can we add?
Ma'am, 230 sheets.
Okay. Any other answer if anybody has?
Oh,
So you can add,
250 sheets.
255.
250 sheets. I can
255.
add, see, yes, 255. But see, if you can try, you just try with shift F11. I can add n number of sheets, right? I can add n number of sheets. But still, if you search in a Google also, wherever you are searching or finding an answer, they will say you we can add only 255 sheets. You know why this was been given? Yes, I can add n number of sheets, but still I say you that is only 255 sheets. I can add more than 255 sheets, but still the limitation is 255 only. The reason, if you are using one excel workbook, I can add n number of sheets. If I'm adding n number of sheets, but the storage that one excel workbook can hold, one excel workbook can hold is only up to 255 sheets only. It cannot hold more than that. The storage will not be supported if it is more than 256 257 sheets, right? Only up to 255 sheets only it will be supported. So I can say that I can add only 255 sheets can be added. Okay, now let me go for this. The next step, what I have to do, yeah, you have something here called as name box. Can, if I place here, see it says as name box. If I just take my cursor here, you can see a dialog box as name box. Wherever I click, see it is changing. It is called as name box. Now what is this name box? What is this name box means? So name box will show you the cell address. Okay, it shows the cell address. Now, what does a cell means? What is a cell address? Okay, so a cell is a place. That means it is a place of intersection. Okay, it is a intersection of your row and column. So I can say it as column and row also. Okay, intersection of column and row, intersection of column and row. Now see here, I said you that this alphabet represents a column and numbers represents the rows. Now when I click on this, see, as soon as I click on this, it says F5. I'll click here, it says B2. I click here, it says as K3. So what it is a intersection of, say example, I click here, let me identify this. I click here and again I click here 6 also. Now, where this D and 6 is meeting here, right? D column and 6th row, where it is meeting in this location. So let me change the color so that you can identify it. Now see, so this is a place where column and row is intersecting is called as a cell. All are cell. Okay, wherever you are clicking, all are cell, right? So a place where column and rows are intersecting, intersection of column and row or rows and columns is called as cell. So say example, if a column, what we have taken an example, I'll just give that same itself. So D column, we have here D column and this D column is, okay, is and D column and 6th row is meeting. So when it is meeting at a 6th row option, the cell address here is D6. Cell address is D6. Then, so cell you came to know what is active cell. Now we will see what is active cell. Okay, active cell means in which cell the cursor is available. In whichever the cell, right? In which cell you have a cursor or in which you are typing, whichever you are typing or editing cell, but when in which cell you have a cursor, that particular cell will be called as active cell, right? Active cell. Next one. See, suppose I click here one, so it is a cell. If I select more than one cell, might be I select vertically or horizontally. However, I am selecting. I select here vertically, horizontally, okay, towards up, towards down, right, left, whichever the direction. When a more than one cell is been selected. More than one cell is selected, right? Let me type here. When more than one cell, when you are selecting more than one cell, then it can be a tape. You can call it as array. Array. You can call it as array. You can also say this as a range of cells. Okay, anything you can call it as array. Okay, whether it is a row, whether it is a column. So a range of cells when together cells are being selected, you call this as array. Clear? Anybody has a
Yes,
doubt?
ma'am.
Yeah, tell me, ma. Any doubts? You mean to say you have a doubts or you understood?
No doubt, ma'am.
Fine, ma. Let me go here. Then what else? Then this is option when I'm typing something wrong, I want to remove it. I can click on this when I'm typing this thing. I just want to remove it. I can click on this. When I type, I can remove on this into marks to remove. If I want to accept, I can click on this tick mark. Tick mark, it will be accepted. See, it will be accepted. If I want to add a function, suppose addition, subtraction, so predefined functions you will be having. Say example, I want to make a addition. For addition, we call it as sum. I'll type it here as sum. I'll click on this, enter. So when I click sum related functions, all the sum related functions you will get. Click on this go. See, as soon as I click on this go and okay, I got this thing. So what you want to add? So I'll add a 10 plus 30. That's all enough. See, 10 plus 30, overall your output is 40. I'll click on OK. So I got this function here, and this is the formula it is showing. So this fx, the function what you have here as fx, is called as insert function. Insert function. So that is to add formulas or some kind of calculations. If we are we are going to do, we will be doing in this insert function. Then let me go for the next one. So next one is this one. Okay, if I type a text also, it shows me here. If I type a formula also, it shows here. If I type a number also, it shows me here. So this place is called as formula bar. Okay, so this place is called as formula bar. So whatever the content you are typing, that can be seen from your formula bar. And this is a scroll button. Vertically you have to move up and down, and you have horizontally to move right to left, right, right to left, up and down, two things. If I have to move up and down row wise, I can use this vertical scroll bar. Towards left and right, I can use horizontal scroll bar. Right, then after this, these are my sheets. Okay, then I have three options here. This is a normal view. So whenever you are opening an Excel view mode, that is default Excel view mode. Default Excel view mode. Here you will be having as normal. Okay, normal you will have. And other than this, now say I just gave here few colors also. I want to see how much portions will occupy in my print when I take a printout. Now see here I have an option here as page layout. Page layout, I'll click on this. See, this is my first page, this is my second page, this is my second page, third page, fourth page. So it keeps on going. So how much page will be occupied? So preview. The same preview, instead of seeing in this multiple option, I'll click on this page breakup preview. Now see, I can see here page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, how it is going. So this I can see here from this also. Individually I can see, together I want to see, I can see, normal view I want to put it, so I can put it into a normal view also. Okay, this is just a view mode. And this is for zoom in. Zoom in means you can increase, zoom out which means you can decrease. To use the zoom in and zoom out, you just need to hold the control and move the scroll button up and down in order to increase or decrease. Hold the control, scroll up, it will zoom in. Zoom in means increase. Scroll down, then it is decrease. That is zoom out. So decrease. How much ever you want to give, you can give here. Fine. Is it clear to everyone?
Ma'am,
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, what
Tell
does
me.
that X mark and tick mark mean?
X mark and tick mark. See, suppose I'm typing here. I have typed wrongly. I want to remove this. I'll click on this X mark. It will get removed. So suppose I'm typing here. Okay, I can press enter also, but they have given some options here just to show that I have explained you. Suppose I am typing some text. I want to enter here. I'll click on this tick mark. So it is saved. That's all. You can just press enter also or just backspace also in order to remove and keep it. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
better
ma'am.
let me stop this for today. Today is the first class. I don't want to make you more this thing. So recording will also be shared to you. Attendance will be given to you also. Okay. So whatever I'm marking the attendance based on the participant list, based on the participant list where whosoever name I have in a list, based on the participant I will be marking. Make sure you always whenever you enter into a class give your exact name which is there in your attendance. Okay, don't randomly give, just give the same name as it is what you have in your attendance which you have given in your college. Okay, according to that only I can mark you an attendance. This will also be shared to you, means I'll be sharing this finally to your class also, I mean the class or the whoever the coordinator in just your batches, right?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Tell me, Bhumika,
Will you be sharing the notes which you wrote on the screen, ma'am?
do you want it?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Fine,
ma'am.
then I'll share this. So I'll share this.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am.
No problem, ma. See, might
Thank
be
you, ma'am.
I have an, yeah, welcome. You're welcome. I have an habit. I never share, means save this. As soon as while typing, I type, and then I immediately close. So please remind me for the next class also in case if you want it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, sure.
Okay, that's all for today. Recording will be shared to you. Everyone, take care. Good night. Bye.
Thank, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Wish you
ma'am.
the same.
Yeah, ma. Bye bye.